Hey there guys, in this video we're going to be doing two different clears on a Strength to Sever Sorrow. We're going to be doing a quick and easy OTK for the well-geared players, and we're going to be going for a super cheap and budget mode clear as well. Let's give it a go. So this is the only meaningful content of the week. We're going to go to level 4, no continues, no KOs, 5 turns or less, and it is locked to Brave Exvius units only. So to start off, we're going to go for a super easy turn 1 OTK with Chizuru. Let's give it a go. This is the quick clear. So we're going to use the intrinsic of Yoshikiri. That gives 400 stats, 300 LB, and 200 human killer. We're going to do Frievia's ice support. That's all the ice support in one. And Cacteria is going to do her 89 defense break. And then we're going to unleash the shifted LB of Chizuru. And there's the end of the boss on turn 1. Super easy. Very easy. Yoshikiri, naked except his intrinsic. Frostblade Frievia, naked. Cacteria, naked. And then a very well-geared Chizuru. So maxed LB damage versus humans. She's a tag chainer. All that goodness. There we go. So here is the real easy way to clear it. Now, if you can't gear your team that well to just turn 1, blow it up. Also, I only use 4 units. You can bring 5. There's no reason not to. So add another DPS. Or let's go extreme budget mode. So Runda, the free tank. Yoshikiri, one of the first NV units ever. Starlight Elena, one of the first NV units ever. Cacteria, super old. And then Coralie, because why not? Naked Coralie, gonna come to the party. Let's do a budget run real quick. Okay, so I could kill this with a budget run on turn 2 in my testing. The gear is incredibly low end, but just to really stretch it out, we're going to go the full 5 turns, just in case your gear is way behind. So turn 1, Runda is going to LB. If your Runda is not EX2 or EX3, go do the story mode. He's completely free. Yoshikiri on this turn is just going to like, we'll Chakra Purge and Ice Scroll. I'm intentionally not using the good buffs because I don't want to kill the boss too quickly. Cacteria will do Cactus Break, 89 Defense Break, and Thorny Teamwork. This is an Earth Resist buff. If you don't have Cacteria, just put some Earth Resist on your party. And then we'll chain up Elena, and you know, I intentionally didn't use the good buffs yet. And we're going to triple Bolting Strike with Coralie, and just deal some damage right here. As you can see, even without using the good buffs, even without completely low-end horrible gear, we're dealing a ton of damage. And the boss does some attacks. We're not really worried about that. They're very weak if you use some mitigation like with Runda. So we're going to use Cover and Shell and Protect on Runda. Cacteria. Now this turn, the boss puts up mitigation buffs. So to deal with that, we're going to Perfect Dispel them with Cacteria. So we're going to shift her and use her Million Needle Assault. That's a Perfect Dispel. It gets rid of those buffs. Yoshikiri can just basically just guard this turn. And we'll chain again, you know, whatever with the DPS. A little bit of damage. We're kind of doing too much damage at this point. So we're going to go ahead and stop attacking for the next few turns. The boss does some more attacks. They're super irrelevant. We're evade covering with our Runda, so most of the dangerous attacks are negated. Runda's SLB is ready. We'll go ahead and use it. Cacteria's LB is now ready. We can go ahead and use that in the base form. We're just going to guard because, again, we can use Yoshikiri's LB because why not? We'll use Elena's LB too because why not? I mean, we're all using LBs, but we may as well use Coralie's too because why not? So yeah, just some attacks and mistakes were made. I shouldn't have done Starlight Elena's LB because it's super laggy, but whatever. So we're just still stalling just to show you. Obviously, you should not be goofing around like I'm doing. You should be trying to actually deal damage. But yeah. So the boss did an attack buff this turn, and he's gonna hit your tank with a pretty hard hitting Earth attack. We'll just guard Runda. He is immune, but because we're wearing resist gear, but whatever. We are imperiled at this point, and keep that in mind. 100% in peril. There's an Earth attack on your tank. We're immune, whatever. So it's turn 5. Now it's time to kill the boss for real. So we're going to go ahead and Ice Scroll, and we're going to use the Intrinsic for that big killer buff on Elena. and Elena will triple Gemini, and we'll triple bolting with our Corley. And yep, after goofing around for a lot of turns, now we're dealing serious damage. There was a 5-turn clear, all missions, incredibly budget. So Runda is using just a little bit of Earth Resist. Other than that, full evasion. As you see, this gear is as bottom tier as it gets. Yoshi, totally naked, just the intrinsic. That should have been free in your mailbox. Cacteria, completely naked. Starlight Elena, very, very budget gear. Her own TMR, a free sword, a super old hat from Carlet, a trial reward, an old STMR, a free chess piece, some just whatever gear, and then her intrinsic, and then a free card. So this is like incredibly cheap gear. Now mine is EX3. You don't need to be EX3. If you're EX1 or EX0 even, just chain every turn. Don't spend turns goofing off like I did Guardian and all that. And then Corley, completely naked. He is only here because he has triple bolting strike. And there is the budget mode Van Harma. So that was the event for the week. I tried to make it slightly more interesting, but that's all we have the entire week. Now that being said, I do still have a big backlog of videos I want to make for Clash of Wills. Also, I want to take the near units to a couple of the trials to just have fun with them. Because I was sick last week, I didn't do any of that, but I still want to. But anyway, there was the event of the week. Very exciting. So I'll be doing more stuff with Clash of Wills either later tonight, tomorrow, etc. Soon, in any case. All right, see you in a bit.